out the ring with an uppercut. Ooh, you remember that?
No.
All he needs to know is you go up with two hands.
This is fun as hell.
Sure.
Where were you when you first saw the jaw-dropping opening round between marvelous Marvin Hagler and Thomas the Hitman Hearns?
Incredible! Perhaps one of the best in middleweight history.
Or watch Tyson Fury become the heavyweight king?
There is a new champion, and his name is Tyson Fury.
These unforgettable feats of boxing's greatest competitors are eternally engraved in the minds of boxing fans. But what if you never saw them? We're gonna be joined by none other than the first overall pick of the 2015 NBA draft, a three-time All-Star whose exceptional skills and ability has propelled him to become one of the NBA's brightest stars, Karl-Anthony Towns, along with his friend and former teammate, who is now teaming up with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, current Los Angeles Laker and respected NBA vet, Taurean Prince. I'm jacked that I get to choose which fight to watch with Cat and Taurean. So to really set the tone on our very first episode of One More Round, I gotta do it to him. We going with the war. April 15th, 1985. Marvelous Marvin Hagler versus Thomas the Hitman Hearns. Here's a look at the build-up to what will become one of the greatest fights in boxing history.
On April 15th, we're gonna have a fight.
This is the main event of the night.
And one of us will win.
Thomas the Hitman Hearns.
And one of us will lose.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
And we know who that is.
A super fight in every sense of the word. 1983's Fighter of the Year, Marvelous Marvin Hagler faced the man who earned that same distinction, Thomas the Hitman Hearns. These two respectful rivals would embark on a promotional tour that captivated the sports world.
So foul now. And on April 15th, everyone can just sit back and relax.
Everyone but you, Hearns.
Hey, watch.
With so much at stake, both fighters were ready to put everything on the line.
For the middleweight championship of the world.
And I won't get any gray hair over it either.
The Hitman operated under the watchful eye of Hall of Famer Emanuel Stewart, while Hagler, who legally changed his name to Marvelous due to a self-perceived lack of respect from his boxing peers, had a stoic demeanor, represented by a hat that would become iconic.
That's what I feel. War. That's what's on my mind.
Hagler and Hearns would combine to justify every bit of the hype the fight garnered, producing one of the most brutal, vicious, savage, violent, hellacious 8 minutes of boxing the sport had ever seen.
And finally, it's Hagler against Hearns.
Man, listen, I highly suggest y'all get ready. Hagler, Hearns, next. Welcome back to One More Round. I'm now joined by former teammates turned rivals, Karl-Anthony Towns and Taurean Prince. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. So before we get started, Kat, I've seen you put in work hitting the mitts. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is a video back in 2019.
Okay.
Is this something you still incorporate, you know, into your off-season workouts?
That sounds good, right? I mean, 2019, I was happy about this. This is actually now my sister's husband. He runs a real nice martial arts studio and everything in Jersey, Focus on J, and I just love boxing, and I still incorporate it now. I feel like I'm even sharper now, for sure. It's all good. I like the way I see it right now so far. I haven't seen this video in a long time.
So Taurean, we just saw a video of your teammate, Anthony Davis, sparring with a professional boxer. What do you take from this video? And you got any pointers you would give, man? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, no pointers at all. You gotta look at the height difference. If you had somebody that was as tall as AD in there, it'll look a little bit more fluent on his behalf, but yeah,
He need a big man to be.
Yeah, he got long
you
arms, so
worried
it's
about
hard to
that jab,
operate
you worried
those.
about that cross, you worried about everything.
This bout was supposed to happen nearly 3 years earlier than it did in May of 1982, but due to a hand injury suffered by Thomas Hearns, it marinated for another 3 years.
He turned down $2 million. In the first beginning, Ray, he started complaining about his little baby Pinky. You know how many people will give $1 million for that little baby Pinky? They cut that thing off.
And come April 15th, and 3 rounds. I would be the greatest.
So fellas, let's go ahead and get into the fight. You can see how, like, the confidence he's carrying. Like, you know, when you get in a fight like this, you at this level, you can't go in and question yourself at all.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
He knows in his mind, this is what makes a great fight. When both fighters, when you see them walk in, because the walk-in gives you the first sign of how both of them really feel about
how you gonna feel about the fight.
They both look like they know they supposed to come and win.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he looks super ready.
Oh, he
came out with the
tone.
police, bro.
Yeah, he set the tone.
He said, "You gonna need the cops when I get in the ring, G."
Two men come in here and say, you know what? There's no social media. There's no homie in wherever saying this on the internet. This person saying this on the internet. Nah, this is both of them coming in the ring.
Mano y mano.
Right.
Mano y mano. I think I'm better than you.
Look at him.
Look at this, bro.
Yeah, right, you focus. You saying it's just me and my Jerry curl in this thing. You
He said I was signed up for this job. Hitman, they hired me to come kick you up.
Look at him strike.
Start with 2 jab.
Did you see that overhand lead hook that he threw? I've never even seen that thrown, bro.
Bro, they both came in extremely warm, ready to go.
Right. Jab active.
You can tell they trying to sit each other down.
What?
Ain't no
they trying
time
to get
for
the fight
play.
over with.
Sheesh.
Both of them had early after parties.
Gotta be out in 6 rounds.
We gotta go. Come on now.
Both of them look in crazy shape.
You can feel the intensity too, like
Bro, I got goosebumps.
Crazy.
Wild first round.
Wow, what a shock. And it was Hagler who initiated it, not Thomas Hearns.
On the left, high Hagler.
They just hitting each other with clean shots. They just don't care.
They said defense what? You feel me?
Defense what?
You know what I mean?
Ref scared to get in there.
I will be too.
First off, it's so funny because the first punches by Hitman were 2 jabs, and Hagler has refused to throw any jab.
Hagler didn't land a single jab in the first round.
Why would
Just
you? They both throwing
bombs.
haymakers.
Just bombs, bro.
This looks like straight up a brawl.
Footwork, moving around.
Great footwork. by
Footwork,
both
nice,
of them.
man.
But they both are just so good.
And if you notice, Hagler hasn't stepped back once.
No.
He's coming forward.
And it looked like, and Hitman's not running.
No.
He's just trying to get in range. He's just a bigger, longer fighter.
Facts.
In that road.
Hagler is now shaking those right hands off, though, Al. He was stunned a little early, and he's normally a slow starter.
He's also bleeding. Hagler is cut. Hagler is cut. Bridge of the nose.
Anytime Hitman throws
he
a hook or
throwing that
anything,
right
he
so
steps
hard.
back with the hook.
He throwing that right so hard.
He hit Hagler with 4 straight rights. That's the right that set Roberto Duran down in the second
He hit him
round.
with 4.
And he walked right through him.
And he hit him before in the beginning.
And he didn't step back one time. Hagler's different, bro.
Oh my
Hagler
goodness,
does
they
not.
ain't throwing
Bro,
no
look at
jabs.
this. Bro, they all got swelling already. It's the first round.
Be real. Who you think going down first?
We'll wait and see.
I mean,
tuned.
it's just so crazy. I mean, it depends. There's 3 judges. That's the thing why you have 3 judges, because everyone's gonna have a different opinion. I'm like, they're just throwing though.
15 rounds, bro.
This last minute right here, Hagler, if they thought that Hitman had it for the first 2, he came in the last minute and he was trying to steal it.
That's what I was wondering. What
He
you
got
thought
close
about
because they're
this
tired.
round.
Look,
Yeah.
he's been throwing these haymakers.
He's
Look at
still
these
throwing
rights.
right.
These are not like
Oh, he stumbled.
these are not like little rights that are like check rights.
He
check
ain't
hooks.
pecking.
No, he's not peppering
you know
them.
what I'm
These are
saying?
haymakers.
They're so tired right
Oh
now.
my God, they're exhausted.
Great first round. Incredible.
Perhaps one of the best in middleweight history.
Man, shout out to these 2 legends, man, giving the world this fight. Because today, nowadays, we don't see this very often.
That's a fact.
Round 2.
Start with a down Broadway.
Right.
Down Broadway.
Ain't setting nothing up.
Good movement. Just great movement by them.
His jab is nice.
Also, they
His
say
jab is crazy.
They say Hitman hurt his right hand. He broke his hand hitting Hagler in the first round. So he's out there with the jab now. You can tell he's kind of like not using the right. And when he does, he just kind of taps him a little with it until a certain point when he just says, forget it.
The adrenaline kicks in. He'll worry about that later.
That makes sense.
His feinting and timing is crazy too.
Look at that. He broke your right hand. He throw an overhand right. Oh,
Lands. Back of the head.
I think he just tripped.
Yeah, that's a trip.
You
You thought he was out the ring?
Oh, boy, about to touch them back
What
pockets.
about that one? So what you gonna say about that one?
Them back pockets. Gonna sit on them pockets.
Let's talk about these men are in shape.
No, for
They
sure.
did not waste a day. Look, hit him with the right. I wonder if that right affected the power from the second on. Did he feel like he couldn't
It has to have. And I'm wondering if that hand didn't break, if he didn't break his hand.
I feel like we would have saw the first round again in the second round.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's thinking about that.
Oh, he's getting touched up now.
Yeah. And Hagler making that Jerry curl, you can see it start bouncing every time he hit it. No,
The juice and berries is flying off.
You feel
Juice and
me?
berries.
Hagler has fought most of this round as a righty. Now he switches southpaw and lands. Not as effective as a righty as I thought, but now as a southpaw it lands well.
If he's tired, this is the time to start throwing that jab out there.
Real talk. Keep that distance. Hey.
The thing is, he walked through them rights. And like, what's that jab gonna do to a man that's that determined?
I know. But you see, he's trying to use the footwork
His
to get out.
His hands not up.
And if you
either,
watch,
so.
you can see Hagler start going
What
from...
hands you need up? Both of them just throw it.
He throwing his jab now. Hagler throwing
There
his
ain't
jab now.
much for hands to be up anymore. They both agreed they're gonna throw haymakers until someone go down. This is like little kids playing fight night.
just pressing the same
Just
button.
like we gonna keep pressing the haymaker button with hooks.
But I feel like, Hagler was setting certain things up, because if you peep, he goes from orthodox to, you know what I'm saying, the lefties. He's throwing right with power, and he's throwing, you know what I'm saying? So he's giving them different
He's
looks.
throwing that left over and over and over and over and over.
It's because, like you said, that he's not putting his hands up. So when he does put his hands up, he's throwing hooks because they get around the guard.
Facts.
He's touching him. He's touching him up now.
He's trying to let that right go now because it's a fight. You got to
Look
let
at
it
this.
go.
He already bleeding in the first round. Now really, you got to go around. You got to get out of that spot. Hagler close to you is not good.
He's tired.
He is exhausted.
Oh, good hit. Good counter. Good
But
counter.
see, if he would have turned to punch it, he would have went through with it. I could have hurt him real bad.
But he's smiling now, buddy.
That's wild, though, ain't it?
Bro,
How
this
you
is
feeling in this?
fighting,
Like,
bro.
you get hit like that, you
is
smile on the
real
way to the
fighting.
corner?
What?
This is real fighting, bro.
We know who won that one.
Yeah, ain't
sure.
no question
Yeah, ain't
about
no
that
question
round.
about
No
that
question
one.
about that round. You know what I mean? One man had one hand, the other had two.
It is boxing.
Yeah. This is like 2 rounds. This is probably 10
Bro,
rounds of
they
energy of
fighting
boxing,
each other
bro.
crazy, and they talking. They talking in the corner like this is cool. Look at him, the man.
tired, bro.
Like
it's
You ready to
sweet.
Go.
You know what I
tired.
Come on. What we wasting time for? I told you my after party in about 45 minutes.
Don't push, don't push.
Don't push? What you mean don't push?
Right, this man on my head
Yeah,
top. You feel
right.
me? I'm doing what I can
You
out
don't
here.
get
I
close
got
like that to me, nah.
Beat me the hell
After you
up.
just saw him land those hooks on me last round. Now he's doing what I said.
He trying to keep him
Put a
away.
little jab, give him away. Let's get some rest. Third round. That first round was about 4 rounds in one.
Head movement, nice.
Oh.
Ooh, he threw that right. You see, he said F it at one point. Like, forget it.
I feel like he could go to the body real quick.
When you just trying to sit somebody down.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
But the body would have been,
He
that
had
would
to
have been
settle
helpful.
down a little bit. His feet
That's what
were
I'm
kind
saying.
of wild.
And some thought that if Hearns stayed outside and stayed on his bicycle, it would become a dull fight with Marvin chasing him.
But Marvin has been able to corner him.
More than
Lee
good.
hook.
Oh, my goodness.
Jump left.
Oh, you saw from the back, cut. You saw the ripples, you feel me? Crazy.
Nah, for real. You saw it all.
Man, this is insane,
Come
bro.
on, man.
I need them Hearns shorts though. Them joints
sure.
hard too. Run them. We need the merch. Redrop
I'm
it.
trying
Top
to
rank.
tell you.
You missing opportunity.
The merch for these fights back in the day was so good.
No.
Slumped him.
No.
He hit him hard. He hit him with a good hook, man.
Hearns is down in the 3rd round and on his back, and he's not going to beat the count.
I respect the ref giving him that the try to stand up and fight.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Them days was wobbly.
There was a lot of movement trying to stay away from Hagler, bro. You feel me?
I don't know if there was.
he
Did
got
they ever
tired.
talk about like after? Because he had like 3 times where he like was moving. He
Yeah,
didn't even
yeah.
get hit, and he was buckling already. I don't know if that was like a.
I mean, lefty versus righty.
That's
I
why
think
I
the
kept
toes
saying,
got the
whoa,
feet
when
got
he was-
tangled up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if his feet got
was trying
tangled
to-
because one of them he just looked like his toe hit the mat, and he was just trying to. He was.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel after this moment? You've won the biggest fight of your life.
in the 3rd round with a knockout.
Knockout of Hitman, like a dog. This ain't no. This is
Got his homies carrying him out
carrying
the
him
ring.
out the ring, and this ain't like no shade to Hitman.
No,
Like
for
he did his
sure.
thing, but like when you have done this to an opponent of that level,
Yeah.
where you at mentally? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you on top of the world.
You're on top of the world. You can't be messed with.
I remember something that said, like his trainer said that he got a massage right before and it kind of drained him before the fight. So that might have affected his legs too.
Where
you know,
he never get a massage right before the game.
Not right before.
Massage is after the game, after the fight.
You feel me? So that probably drained him a little bit. So that might maybe speaking to the thing you were talking about with his legs.
Yeah.
You know, he looked kind of tired at times.
I'm just looking at his footwork is great. It's just, it feels like sometimes he was moving
Can't
and he
come
was
back
like,
from that, though.
he was like, his toe was hitting the mat and then he was tripping, but he wasn't getting hit. This one put him, this right here,
You can't.
it sent him to the Netherlands.
Oh, God, bro.
This one, boom, temple.
We have to take a break, but stick around because Kat and Torrin are going to gather their thoughts and help us break down what we all just witnessed. Back with one more round after this.
He looked like he stunned you momentarily with the right in the first. Did that right hurt you?
It didn't bother me, just made me madder.
Okay.
I told you I was going to eat him up like Pac-Man. I figured once I get through the right hand, then it was all mine, you know, because I think the first big one, what you tried, tried to put me away out there, and I think that's when I got the cut there, but I wanted to show the world I am the greatest.
Welcome back to one more round. Kat, you just watched one of the best fights in boxing history, you feel me? Walk me through your thoughts.
Like, I'm very thankful forever that these two men gave the boxing community one of the best boxing fights you've ever seen. And it was 3 rounds.
And that's what I was about to say.
It was 3 rounds.
Torrin, what about you? How'd you feel about Hagler Hearns?
I just saw the confidence in both of them coming out, so you really didn't know what you were gonna get. I thought it would go past 3 rounds, but obviously once he hurt his hand, he couldn't throw that right as much. It felt like the fight was pretty much one-sided, and you saw that, and he couldn't come back.
Was it the hand or the massage?
I think it was a little bit of both, man.
I think it was the hand,
know?
man.
The hand, you think?
I think it was the hand.
I mean, the hand definitely hurt him, but that massage, if
I
you
didn't
were
hear about the
drained,
massage thing too, right?
yeah, the massage.
I've never heard about the
It's like
massage.
a 20-minute massage or 15-minute massage, something like that. So
Right
she
before
would,
he
you know,
went out.
right before he went out. So you know how you feel after massage.
He didn't want to win.
We can't.
He didn't want to win, man.
Before we get out of here, we figured in the spirit of competition, we'll play a game. We call this one hit or miss. The rules are simple. I'll make a statement about either Marvelous Marvin Hagler or Thomas Hearns, and you guys will have to determine if it's true or false. Since we're talking boxing, we'll call them hits or misses. Kat, you go first.
I'm with it.
Marvin Hagler's mother thought that he would be a comedian or an actor. Hit or miss?
I'm gonna go with a hit. I mean, look at this smile, boy. The smile gives me a little idea that, like, yo, I could be goofy too, but I'm dead ass serious right now.
Back in those times too.
I feel like you could.
Comedy was at all times.
You win this fight, you definitely hosting Saturday Night Live next weekend.
Big facts, big facts. Torrin, Thomas the Hitman Hearns had a guest appearance on the sitcom Martin in the 90s. Hit or miss?
I'm gonna go hit. I'm gonna go hit on that one.
Man, he better go hit.
I'm gonna go hit.
After what I just saw, he sent him out the ring with an uppercut.
The man's boots was smoking when he came out of that thing, you feel me?
Bro,
I don't want to fight no more, Gina. I don't want to fight no more.
shout out to Gina putting ice on his head that was like 5 times bigger later.
She even kissed the man on his head.
Oh my
That-
God. We all need a woman like that.
That's a classic.
We all need a woman like that. Bro, he was in the war.
That's
Look at him, bro.
Look how he scoot out there.
like he got stung by 50,000 bees.
Yo, he couldn't even do his talk show anymore.
Following his boxing career, Marvelous Marvin Hagler moved to Italy and became an action movie star.
It sounds good, but no, that's a miss, because I think moving to Italy sounds great, but I don't think he became an action movie star over there.
That's a hit, man.
For real?
Yes,
For when?
yes. Hagler starred in 4 action movies from 1989 to 1997. Crazy.
I didn't know that.
Like I said,
I didn't know
Mama's
that
right.
either.
Mama called it.
Mamas be knowing, man. Mamas be knowing.
Facts.
So, Torian, Thomas Hearns had a second career as a WWE star. Hit or miss?
I'm gonna go miss on that one. I don't see that one.
Correct. That's a miss.
I'm a WWE fan, but I ain't never heard of him being on
For
this.
sure, we would have heard that.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hagler stated that Thomas Hearns was the best fighter ever fought. Hit or miss?
I feel like we watched the fight. I don't think the fight lasted long enough for him to make that assumption. I do think, though, he says probably his most iconic moment as a boxer was with Thomas Hearns. So I'm gonna go with a miss.
That's a miss. Over Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard, Hagler stated that Roberto Duran was the best boxer ever faced. So, Torian, Hearns was a reserve police officer in Detroit while he was a world champion. Hit or miss?
I hope not. Miss.
It's a hit, man.
Oh,
Even Shaq was.
No.
Even
That
Shaq
picture-
was. Look at that boy.
Right.
That man going crazy.
That picture was taken 2 months after he won the WBA welterweight title to go 29-0 in his first 29 professional fights.
Bro, that man was telling people, you want to see the gun on my hands. Either way, they're going to be deadly
I
regardless.
love him, yeah, right.
They're going to be deadly
Yeah.
regardless.
For this game, I'm gonna ask you boxing-related questions, and you have to write down which NBA player you think best fits each one. This is called the Matchmaker. Which NBA player would you make the best boxer? Reveal. Let's see his answers. Dang. Who is this? James Johnson. Hey, he got a black belt, don't he?
That is true. Shout out JJ, too, my
We saw
former
that.
teammate.
There's a video. You hear
Former
me?
teammate.
I almost found out my rookie year.
Oh, for real?
But we close.
we both got the same
we close.
experience?
Yeah, we close now.
Why we both have the
we
same
good
experience?
friends.
It was the same thing with me in
good
Toronto, in Canada.
Good dude.
Which NBA player would have the best ring entrance? Let's see. Anthony Edwards for sure.
I just feel like Ant would do something like that.
LeBron.
Ant would go out there going crazy. He'd be rapping too.
LeBron gonna handle theatrics though. He gonna handle theatrics. That's
Ron
right.
got the money for it for sure. Shout out.
Which NBA player will be the best promoter or hype man? All right, let's go ahead and see.
Get me feeling like the one.
And again.
The one. You got if you want to feel like the one, you gotta pick one. You gotta
Yeah,
pick one.
bro, that's crazy.
You gotta pick one.
He his biggest promoter too. You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, he believe he the best at everything. And what else are we supposed to think? You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
I'm trying to tell you.
And it rubs off on everybody around.
Which NBA player will be the best trash talker in the ring?
Nah, you gotta pick someone who's crazy enough to like let their guard down to go talk some.
Right. Draymond Green. Who else? None of them.
Ain't
nobody built for that. Ain't nobody built for that.
They all
That's
gonna be
crazy.
tired.
He got the cute hair right, dog. Like, he got...
The way I write, what?
We gotta hit it though.
I graduated 8 years ago. What are we talking about?
But man, you like what, 6'5"? And you right.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
he doesn't need to know how to write. All he needs to know is you go up with 2 hands and you get the ball and you come down with it with 2 feet.
Last question.
And that counts as a rebound.
How does Yale out-rebound Baylor?
You go up and grab the ball off the rim when it comes off, and then you grab it with 2 hands, and you come down with it, and that's considered a rebound. So they got more of those than we did.
Which boxer would make the best NBA player? Let's go, let's see. Deontay Wilder, that's a lot, yeah. Let me see. Javante Davis, he like 5'4".
Bro, how?
Bro, he's smaller than your writing, my boy. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, you got a whole board, my G. It's nice handwriting, I'll give you that.
Oh, y'all gotta slow down now, man. Y'all slow down, man.
He's cute, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, y'all crazy.
It's smaller than your handwriting.
I'm gonna turn my board around.
I'd appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for playing Matchmaking.
Thank you for having us. This is fun as hell.
A fight that was more significant than simply naming a winner and loser. A fight that had no rematches or sequels. A war that took just 8 minutes and 1 second to be forever etched in our minds. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Torian. Appreciate you, for sure.
Appreciate you, homie.
And thank you all for watching. I'm the Jethro Jenkins, and this is One More Round.
Boom! What? They trying to get the fight over with.
I don't want to fight no more, Gina.
He said I was signed up for this job. Hitman.
He ain't won't win.